One of the things I'm really passionate about is that leadership for me is not only about ambition to create shareholder value, but also equally importantly about compassion. And compassion and a heart to make a difference in the communities in which we operate. And I truly believe that only if we have both profit and purpose as our agenda can we have sustainable profits for the long term. And I feel very, very passionately about the agenda of inclusion. Inclusion of different types of diversity, gender inclusion and disability inclusion. Embracing this idea of why don't we be the change that we wish to see. In the KFCs that I was working with, we mandated that at least 25% of the frontline employees have to be women. That at least one shift manager in every restaurant has to be a woman. And then in terms of women in positions of impact, we started a unique program called Diamond in the Rough, where the leadership team would sponsor personally the high talent women employees in the organization and help them grow and develop into senior leaders within the organization. So that was some stuff that we did on inclusion of gender. And on disability, there's a very interesting story that I walked into a store in Calcutta about 7-8 years ago. And I go to this front counter and I see this girl behind the counter, and I extend my hand and I shake her hand. And then she looks at me in a way that I thought was very moving. And she says, "I can't speak and I can't hear." So I asked for the restaurant general manager to come and explain what she was trying to say to me. And she said to me, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to Yum for having given me the chance to live a life of dignity and respect. I'm a woman, and not only am I a woman, I'm also disabled. That's like a double whammy. And despite that, I'm here, I'm able to work and give back to my family and hold my head high. And something, really moved within me when I had that interaction. And therefore I resolved that we will make, along with my team, a difference in the lives of the hearing and speech impaired. We said we'll do this, but we'll do it with passion and with commitment. Not just a tick in the box in a CSR sense and hire somebody who's hearing and speech impaired and put them in the back of the house. No, we will make these special stores where the hearing and speech impaired employees are in majority. And we inverse the world for them. They are actually the dominant force, and the hearing employees have to learn sign language to get along with them. And the hearing and speech impaired employees are expected to do any job that a hearing employee ought to be doing. That, I think, is true representation and treating people with disability of communication with the respect that they deserve. Along with the business goals of 900 stores by 2015, we also had that one goal of having one restaurant manager who's hearing and speech impaired running a normal store. And to me, that one was as important as the 900 that we had, 900 stores. I find it a matter of privilege that I was in a position, along with my team, to feel the compassion in our hearts and do something around this agenda of inclusion.